Alright, Subpart E pressure testing. 195-300 scope. The subpart prescribes the minimum quantity of the pressure testing steel pipeline have with the subpart does not apply with the movement of the pipe at the 195-424, 195-302 with the ground requirements of the subpart otherwise provided in section 195-305 with no operating with the maybe the operator with a pin pipeline and left the maybe has been pressurized tested under the subpart without leakage. In addition, the operator may return the subpart segment of the pipeline has been relocated out of the wide chains until the pressure tested as under the subpart without leak, except for the pipelines converted in 185.5. The following pipelines may be operated without pressure testing on the subpart. Any heavy liquid pipeline with the maximum operating pressure established in 195.406A5, and if the interstate with pipeline constructed January 8th, 1971, interstate offshore with gathering line constructed in August 1st, 1977, and interstate pipeline constructed October 21st, 1985, or a low pressure stress pipeline constructed before August 11th, 1994, transportation have volatile liquids. Any carbon dioxide pipeline constructed July 12th, 1991 have been maximum operation pressure established under the 195.406A5, located in rural area parts of the production field of the distribution system. A low stress pipeline constructed before August 1st, 1994 does not transport heavy volatile liquids. The portion of the older has liquid carbon dioxide pipelines which operate with the electric vehicle based on alternative under the 195.503, those are 303, which are in network with the test base of the risk-based criteria of the pipeline with the transport the heavy volatile liquids on shore with the low stress pipelines covered in 195.303 with the following compliant with the deadlines applied with the pipelines under the paragraph B1, B2, 1 section that has not been in pressure tested under the subpart before December 1st, 1998. Each of the pipeline, each of the operator playing with the scheduled testing according to the subparagraph established pipeline maximum operating pressure of 195.406A5. Pipeline scheduled testing each of the operator before December 7th, 2000. Pressure testing each pipeline identified the name of the civil otherwise existing record should contain more than 50% of the electrical resistant well the pipe manufactured before 1970, at least 50% of the mileage length of all the other pipelines before December 7th, 2003. Pressure for the remainder of the pipeline mileage length. 195.303 base risk-based alternative pressure testing other than hazardous liquid carbon dioxide pipeline operator may elect to follow the program testing the pipeline on the risk-based criteria for the alternative pressure testing 195. 302 with the B1, 1 through 3 with the B185, 302, B2, 1 with the subpart of the appendix B provided the guidelines for how the program will work. Operator election will choice of the paragraph the same with the risk classification each of the pipeline segment according to the indicator described in the paragraph B of the section filed risk classification of the A location indicator the rigging of the low metric medium risk product volume is indicators is ranked low risk of the probable value of the indicator ranked as low risk classification C low location indicator ranked the high risk of the classification B, an operative shall evaluate the pipeline segment with the program in accordance with the following indicator the risk, location of the indicator the high risk area of the non-rural environmental sensitive, medium risk, low risk, and if the area is not high, medium risk, the product indicator of the high risk of the product with the transport of the highly toxic, both highly volatile, flammable, medium risk of the product with the transport of the flammable flashpoint less than 100 degrees, not highly volatile, or less low risk of production. The transported is not high, medium risk volume indicator the high risk is less than if the line is less than 18 inches. Diameter, medium risk for the less than each line is at least 10 inches but less than 18 inches. The nominal diameter, low risk for those along the line not have the medium risk. The probability of failure indicator, high risk of the segment experience with more than 3 failure for the last 10 years for the time to depend on the factory corrosion gaps the problems developed during the manufacturing construction operation, etc. Low risk segment of the experience with the 3 failure for the less than 10 years due to the time dependent effects. The program under the paragraph the section of the shall provide the pressure testing segment that control with electrical resistance testing pipe of the lap well the pipe manufacturer 19 for the suspectable longitudinal seam failures determined throughout the paragraph D with the time shift the pressure for the test must be determined based on the risk classification discussion of the paragraph D of the section for other segments of the program provide the magnetic flux of the leakage ultrasonic internal inspection survey alternative pressure testing and then keep the segment of the risk classification able to provide no additional measures over this part 1 all pre-19 electrical resistant weld pipe lap weld and pipe and seam deemed so suspect the longitudinal seam failures and left the engineer analysis otherwise conducting the environmental engineering analysis operating must consider the seam the relay of the leak history of the pipe of the manufacturing information available which may include the pipe the seal of the manufacturing mechanical properties including the fracture of the manufacturing process with the control of the relay of the seam properties that include whether the electric resistant weld the process of the high frequency low frequency whether the seam was heated treated, whether the seam was inspected, test pressure, the duration during the mill hydro test, the quality of the control of the steel making the process of the other factors predicting the seam process, the quality pressure testing done over the section conducting in accordance with the subpart with except for the segment of the risk classification B, which is not controlled with the pre-19 for the electric resistant welding pipe. Water must be test medium. An operator election following the program, the paragraph A with the boat must develop the plan to include the method of testing schedule for the testing. December 7th, 1998. Compliance deadlines completion of the testing area shown in the table below. Alright, an operator must review the risk classification of the pipeline but they have not been used to test in paragraph the 8th section, otherwise inspect for the paragraph 2 of the section the intervals not exceeding the 15 month of risk classification and test for the inspected segments, showing that the operator must take the appropriate action in the 2 years to establish maximum operation pressure under the 195.406A5. The operator must maintain the records established from the compliance with the section, include the record of verifying risk classification plan, schedule testing, conducting the testing of the review of the risk classification. An operator may discontinue the program under the section only if the written notification administrative approval is needed to schedule for the pressure testing. Alright, 195.304 test for pressure for each of the rest of the tests conducted in Subpart maintained throughout the part of the system being tested with the least warrant. However, the pressure equal to 125% more than the maximum operating pressure. In this case, the pipeline is not visually inspected but leak during the test. The least additional 4 continued hours of the pressure equal to 10% the more or more than the maximum operating pressure. Or testing components. Each pressure test on the 185.302 for the must be tested for the pipe with attached for the fitting with include the components left. Otherwise, paragraph of the B, the circuit component other than pipe, the only item of the relay for the additional pipeline system need not have the hydrostatically tested on paragraph of the 8th section of the manufacturer certified of the either. Complete competition component was hydrostatically tested for the factory. The component was manufactured under the quality control of the ensure the components. Each component is at least equal strength of the prototype of the wood for the hydrostatically tested the factory. 195.306 the test medium. Except for the provided paragraph of the BC, the D of the section water must be the U of the test medium, except the other wash over the pipeline liquid petroleum the head does not vaporize rapidly with the U of the test medium. The entire pipeline section of the test outside of the city with the other population areas each the building with 300 feet of the test section on copy pipe with the test pressure equal to the pressure within the pressure to reduce the hoop stress of the 50% of the specified medium yield strength. Test section kept under the surveillance of the regular patrol of the intensive continuous communication maintained along the entire test section. Carbon dioxide pipelines made with the inert carbon dioxide test of the medium. The entire pipeline section of the test outside of the city. The other populated areas. Each building within 300 feet of the test section unoccupied with the test pressure equal to greater than the pressure of the produce the hoop of the strength of the 50% of the specified minimum yield strength of the maximum hoop strength during the test is actually 80% of the specified yield strength. The continuous communication maintained along with the entire test section and the pipe involved with the new pipe having the longitudinal joint factor of 1.00. Area in air gas may be used to test medium low pressure pipelines. 195.307 the pressure testing above the ground breakout things with the above ground breakout things built in the API standard specs 12 after the incorporated reference 195.3 with the first play for the server the actual virtue with the second 2000 everything pre-made performed in accordance with the through 5.3 with the API spec 12 F the above ground breakout tanks built with the API standard 620 incorporated the reference 25 with the first play for the server the actual 2000 static pneumatic testing must be performed in accordance with section 718 API standard 620 for above ground breakout built the API standard 650 incorporated the reference 195.3 with the first replay for the server the October 2nd 2000 testing must be incorporated with section 735 736 API standard 650 incorporated with the reference 195.3 for the above ground atmospheric pressure breakout the control of the carbon low LA seal the well lifted down refrigerated tank with the built when the API standard 650 the predecessor with the 12C with the return with the server the October 2nd with the next survey that says the hydrostatic tip of the repair alteration reconstruct the cover within 12.3 with the API standard 653 incorporated the reference 195.3 for above ground breakout tanks. They built in the API standard 2510 incorporated the reference 195.3 with the first play for the server the October 2nd 2000 pressure testing must be performed in accordance with 2000 American Society of Mechanical Engineer pressure vessel codes. 195.308 testing of the tie-ins. Pipe associated with the tie-ins must be pressure tested within the special section to be tied separately. 193.310 record must be made with each of the pressure tests required for the subpart. The record's latest test must be retained with the lungs of the facility testing tested in use. The record required for the paragraph of the section A must include the pressure recording chart for the testing and instrumental calibration. Data the name of the name of the operator, the name of the person responsible to make the test, the name of the test company it's used, the day of the time to test the time, minimum test pressure of the test meter, the description of any of the facility test of the test apparatus, explanation of any the discontinuity will include the test pressure, the appear of the pressure recording chart, with the evaluation difference of the section of the test exceeding 100 of the profile pipeline with the show of the evaluation, elevation of the test site, the entire length of the test section, and temperature of the test medium of the pipe during the test period. Subpart operation and maintenance.